Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hamster's Hobby Hang. I'm back. Been a couple weeks, but I'm back on the Stormcast. I got a tournament this weekend on Saturday. Gotta try to finish these. It's the last practice before the large tournament, 2-day tournament, following weekend. Hello, hey, thanks for the sub. Tier 3, 68 months. Holy smokes, you're a legend. Trying to get this boring base coat stuff out of the way before I started. I got it done on most of them. I don't see a lot of it show up in the end, but it's just everything that's not on the armor is fairly cool colors, so it just can't be the yellow spray. Or it will just be a nightmare to get opaque paint on top of it. Anyone else out there hobbying tonight? Hello, Commerce. Welcome, welcome. Part is a little confusing to me because this character has a little grip hound with him, but he also has like a grip hide on his shoulders. Hey, no worries. Oh no, I'm not redoing them. I'm just adding an extra unit really fast. I'm trying to speed paint it a little bit. I did the armor in this with my airbrush in the studio. They may look like some of the models I've done here because they are just big armor dudes. But I have a tournament on Saturday, so I'm trying to get these at least good enough for that. DF got all my money. These are Stormcast Eternals for my Warhammer army. Got a one-day tournament on Saturday and a big tournament the following weekend, so I'm just painting some units I want to use for that. Almost done with this stuff. It's probably the most tedious. Just like getting a cool base down on all the non-yellow parts. Blood leaking through the armor joints, that sounds cool. Especially, it's kind of an interesting take on their lore where like they're, you know, like reforged every time they die. So that scheme makes it sound like it's even more unpleasant than it normally might be. is a wild cape, or I guess the foes of the cape. But it kind of makes sense because he's supposed to be like deep striking out of the sky, like with his abilities. Wants to charge in like with the cannonball looking guys. These guys, the big heavy guys. Oh, I'm dropping things. This stuff always looks really ugly because it's just like blue on top of orange and it doesn't want to, kind of gets all gross, but that's why I'm doing that, so that the main base on top hopefully won't look like that. Nerd! What's up, Chris? We miss you on here. Bye.
This way. Come on. 1, 2 seconds. Bye.
Bye. What are you doing, Dolly? She's under my chair because Mom just left. sits in the strangest places. She always kind of wants to be smushed with something, it seems like. Only if you want to. I'm not gonna force you. I don't want to take you away from 9 Kings. I guess I'm kind of doing boring unit painting now. But I have a tournament! It's literally the plot of our scene begin. Join and turn this into a Blueprints lore stream. Were you guys chatting about Blueprints lore recently in the Discord or something? I'm lost. I had a lot of fun playing Blueprints, but I do get a little flustered at the puzzles because I get frustrated. Alright, let me make sure it's been so long, I gotta make sure I have a scene set up. Let me see. How far have I got? Man, I didn't even get into the antechamber or whatever. I didn't get the levers. Oh no. What on earth? Oh my gosh, my computer doesn't like this at all. Chris, did you get my Discord call? Oh! Alright, hold on. I'm trying to get you
Hello?
to show up. Hi. Oh, wait. I need to be on a voice. Okay.
Hear you. Currently.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
I was on push to talk. Now I gotta put your face on my screen.
Alright, well, I'm fixing my face currently, so we'll get there together.
Alright, there we go. Hey, there's Chris. Alright, now I'm gonna try to fix this camera.
Oh, it's better without the hat. Honestly, the hat's just gonna block the... Alright.
How? I think it's been... It might be... Are we at years since you've been on here? Has it been over a year?
I don't know if it's years plural, but it's gonna have at least been since last December. Because basically once my cat died, I just kind of was not able to join for a while.
Yeah.
But she's back to life, so we're good now.
Hi. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not fully set up for doing this on stream very well yet, so I'm just gonna have my face cam up, I guess.
Okay.
And I could maybe work on doing that better later. Do you want to put me like under the overlay?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Do you want to? All right. But I got this last Moonstone figure, so I figured I'll start working on that. I was wanting to paint him this weekend, so I'm getting back into painting and stuff again. So that's nice.
Nice.
Are you getting those guys ready for the open? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, but there's the monthly tournament this weekend, and it's the missions are day one of New York Open, so that's what we're doing.
You figured the store would have planned around the open.
Well, it's supposed to be like practicing for day one, because the New York Open is 2 days, so it's just we can only do 3 missions, so it's the first day.
Okay. Well, yeah, how's everybody doing? Are we talking about blueprints? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah, someone brought it up.
Merc has been watching my blueprint streams, so that's...
Oh, that's why.
Probably why.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet.
I heard you... It's not your kind of game.
It is. It's totally up my alley. I'm just like not a good puzzle solver because I get flustered and frustrated.
Yeah, that's a solid portion of the game, so... It'll make it kind of hard to get into it. Having to find where all my stuff is again. Yeah.
Okay. Fixed the colors. That was very weird.
So, are you still gonna try to play it, or?
Yeah, I have to take some time away from it.
What have you done?
In blueprints?
Yeah.
I just found a bunch of like random puzzles and I didn't do any of the levers.
You found a bunch of random puzzles and you didn't do any of the levers. When you say found a bunch of random puzzles, do you mean like you...
I'm finding a message on the grid.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
But
that's
like,
something that we did.
I can hardly get all the way up to the antechamber, and I've never opened the antechamber.
Yeah, that's fair. So we did the antechamber 2 nights ago, I think, something like that. So it took some time. It took us like 15 hours to get to getting into the antechamber.
Yeah.
It's definitely not supposed to be. You can clear it on the first day.
Yeah.
But if you're genuinely going in blind, you're gonna have a real hard time doing that. It's something I want to try and do, just because there's an achievement for it and all that, of just starting over
Day
and then
one?
beating the game on the first day. Yeah, it's totally
yeah.
possible once you understand how everything works enough. But like, if you're actually going in blind, there's no way you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It just takes time to learn how everything works. It's so good. It's so ridiculously good. Just the level
Yeah, I
of
mean, I'm just amazed by the design of it. I haven't completed it.
It's definitely where it ends up landing in terms of my games of all time. The standings is going to depend on how well this stuff pays off by the end.
Yeah.
But so far, there's been so many moments that have just been like such massive feel-good vibes when I crack something or discover something. So it's doing real well for me.
Yeah, the discover. I mean, that's the best part, right? It's like, oh, I didn't even know that was gonna matter, but everything matters.
Yeah, just your stuff that's not a puzzle until you realize, like, you don't realize that you're looking at a puzzle until later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's so rare that we get stuff like this, and I'm soaking it in. But yeah, have you started playing Nine Kings yet? Because I've been trying to get you to do that for a long time.
I know. I have a new obsession called the Bazaar right now, but I have it on my wish list. Yeah. It's like kind of like a not deck builder, but like you are buying items to create synergies in like a board state, and then it like auto battles your board against someone else's board. And there's kind of like a roguelike progression where you get kind of randomized encounters based on your class in order to purchase buffs and items for your synergies, and like as you go on it gets more and more like crazy overpowered, and then it's asynchronous PvP, so like at the end of each little round you fight someone's ghost. Like it's a player's board, but they're not on the other side of the screen, but it's like a snapshot of their board. So you're trying to basically beat 10 players boards, and each day, air quotes, like, which consists of like 6 encounters or whatever, in which you're buying new stuff. You're trying to like become more powerful and become, good enough to beat the player battle. And it's just a lot of beeps and boops and numbers and dopamine.
Huh. So at auto battles, you go to. This is not player versus player. This is against.
Yeah, it's like it takes a snapshot of player's board, and that it like hands to you randomly on when you hit the player. So it is a player's board that they've made, but it's not them across the screen.
I think Nine Kings is better. I think it just looking at it, I think it scratches a lot of the same itches, but better. So
all right.
Take
well,
that
you
into
told me they have 9 kings now, actually. So
they just added the 9th king yesterday, and he's nuts. It just completely. The fun thing about it is every king plays the game in a different way, but because you can mix all the different king's abilities, they all just layer onto each other in really interesting ways. So I've done one. I played one round as him, just to see like what all of his cards do and everything, and now I'm thinking about what I want to do next, and I'm like, I want to combine him with so many different kings now, and just explore those synergies. And they added a bunch of achievements for using those cards and all that, so it's so good. And now their plan is like, now they've got all the kings in, they're working on like adding more modes as they move into like full release.
Well, that's cool.
Because right now they just got like the base They just have like, I guess like the version of the game you can play right now is just one planned mode, and it's like the simple mode. So I'm curious like what else is gonna kind of come out of this, because the base game that's already there is just wildly good. But yeah. But outside of that, it's been Blueprints, and I'm actually finally starting Baldur's Gate 3, which
That's
I
right.
talked to you a bit about, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running my... I just randomly started... This one day, I don't even know why I did it. It was like after my play, or it was like during the play. Something like that. I just had time to kill. And I was just like, what if I just made my D&D character from my campaign that ended a couple years ago, and what happens if I just try to run him? So I was working on that.
What was that character?
That's Philip.
Oh.
Yeah. Borderlands 4 has been a ton of fun. I heard that it's a lot better than 3. I think my thing is that I just was never big on Borderlands. I played through 1 with a guy that I was friends with because nobody else would be my friend when I first got to college. And I ended up really not liking that guy. So I think that kind of soiled the whole thing for me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played through 1 as well, and then kind of never got back into it. And that was like solo. I don't really have a co-op partner, so that defeats a lot of the fun.
Yeah. That'll hurt you. I gotta get some water for these brushes real quick. Okay. Oh.
So you're painting Moonstone?
Yeah, I've got this one guy left to finish that kind of starter human warband for Moonstone.
Nice.
So I'm trying to finish him, so then we'll at least have one warband together for that. And then I primed the 3rd warband for Burrows and Badgers yesterday. So I haven't started painting them yet, but I got the primer on them at least. And so I figure whenever I'm in the next couple weeks, I'll just work on them a bit at a time. Start moving them forward. Because then they're going to be completely done.
What kind of critters?
Terracotta Warrior inspired army.
Whoa.
Which Sigmar? Yes, baby. Okay. Yep. You coming up here? Am I gonna be able to paint with you in the house? Is the cat visible?
I don't see her.
Right here.
Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah. She's never seen the painting stuff come out before, so she's really curious. Like, she's actually decided she likes this, so we're gonna do this for a while.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Merc, that sounds kind of like the Old World army they just released. It's been in the fiction of Warhammer Fantasy for years, but they never made model sport until now. What the heck is it called? Someone help me out. Cathay. It kind of has some of that style.
I promise you do not want to drink that water. You do not want to drink that water. Yeah, you can
My
drink
friend
my
got
water,
me
that's fine.
a mug for my paint water that says "Don't drink" on it.
Do you listen?
Most of the time. I haven't been licking my brush for a long time because one of my paints on my desk now has cadmium in it, and that is toxic. So, yeah, no.
But your paints before this have all been non-toxic?
Yeah, most acrylic is technically non-toxic.
Oh my god, leave it alone. Alright, maybe I actually don't have water for the paint because you really can't drink this. Alright, it's going up there. Hi. Alright. Okay, well don't step in the paint either. Maybe this is why I stopped painting. Although Sally would also come up here, but she usually would just sit in my lap.
Yeah. I just want to participate.
Yeah, Katara's just... I mean, she's still very young. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
technically non-toxic, the best kind of non-toxic. Yeah. Just like, don't need to worry, but... I can't say it's good for you to eat paint, but...
Yeah. That'd be an interesting, like, angle for a company to take.
Eat
Like,
our
we're
paint.
gonna make paint that actually is nutritious.
I think that's just food coloring.
It's just dyes.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think food coloring is nutritious?
No, but it's edible.
Probably in just, like, incredibly trace amounts. I guess, yeah, it is. It's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Which I guess is all you can really kind of ask for these days. She just has no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, no, don't eat him. Don't bite this, please. This one would be very expensive to replace. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to just move you. I'm gonna need to move you. Stop. I wish you could see the expression she's giving me. I'm gonna try and get a photo of this. Oh my god. I swear to God. This is not a game. I'm not playing with you.
I think she disagrees.
I'm doing things that aren't helping. That's what it is. Alright, come here. Come here. Calm down. Okay. How many points of Stormcast do you have currently?
Oh my god. Probably, I don't know, 4,000.
Painted or just like bought?
Painted, yeah.
Ooh, and you're making more?
Well, I've been testing for the latest season, and this is the list I've come to.
So what is it that you're adding here? What's so good about them?
I mean, it's just a big old hammer. It's just high damage. Like, a lot of Stormcast stuff is kind of like finesse-like, where it's like decent damage, decent armor, but you kind of have to be surgical with it. And this is just, it's basically a big meaty cannonball of a unit with support heroes that make sure they hit their charges. It buffs their charges. So because you have to deep strike out of the sky outside of 9 inches, and then you pair them with this guy next to them, deep strike, which gives them extra movement after they do so, and then this guy gives them a charge buff. So it's basically just a super high damage unit that I'm spending even more points with the heroes to make sure they actually get in to combat, and then hopefully delete what they're in. It's one of the few units that I have that can actually just, if they get in, just delete a unit.
Did you get their dragon or whatever they have?
I have their big dragon. He was good last season. I played him as the casty dragon, the wizard dragon, and the melee dragon. And now the missions are a lot more spread out. The objectives are like wider physically, so you need more units, which I like because I like playing lots of infantry and stuff. So it makes it look like a real army, you know, just like a bunch of.
So this season is good for Skaven.
Yeah, Skaven's doing pretty well.
Huh. Maybe you should play Skaven.
I don't know anything about playing Skaven. I just know that they've been hitting the top lists. Maybe you should play
There's no
Skaven.
strategy to it. Nah. Biggest thing you gotta know when you're playing Skaven is that there is no strategy.
Okay.
Just throw them at them. Throw them at the enemy. And then RNG will decide if you're going to win in one round or lose everything.
Fun stuff.
No, baby. Yeah. It's really weird of them to design an army that just has no strategy. Swarm. Yeah, there is strategy to it, and I love the idea of getting crafty with it. I just never find the time to play.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that is like rewarding if you keep up with it, but it's really hard to be in and out. Just because
What's he
things
talking
get
about? Like,
changed.
oh, they're gonna make a new edition next year or something. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! They just did this one. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean the edition.
You're already talking about them
cycles,
making a new version.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. That's just the shareholders trying to make money, but. What's been this year, this edition, they've been doing a lot more free updates. They'll change
Free updates as
some of
opposed to like making you pay for them.
Yeah, like in this season, there's new war scrolls for the same models. For models that were like kind of underpowered and not being played, they made seasonal war scrolls for them, like rules that are different to try to, you know, make them better so that they're playable.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just trying to sell you new ones.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you bought this model, you're not playing it right now because we kind of dropped the ball, so here's a new rules for it.
And is it technically a different unit, or is it
Yeah.
the same unit, they just updated it?
Like when you put it in your list, the season is called Scourge of Gyran, and so you say like Iridan the Witness (parentheses Scourge of Gyran).
So I gotta look at that because I haven't opened that app in months.
Well, yeah, the I think the Scourge of Gyra and stuff is free on there, so. But like that big cool bird, I was like, I wanted that model, but the rules for it sucked, so I never got it. And then the season came out, I was like, so like that made me buy the model because I thought the rules were cool, and the model was cool. So it's like, all right.
Huh. No. All right.
Yeah, there's some people that really like Spearhead local e-commerce. I've actually never played it, but I have some friends that want to try Warhammer, so I'm gonna eventually show them Spearhead.
Oh. I think your basement's finally done. Imagine having multiple floors in your abode. That's wild to me. I mean, I guess we both grew up in places where that's just like what people had.
Yeah, growing up we had a basement, but not out here, that's for darn sure.
So, because here's the thing. So you're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Did you have the thing where all the video games were in the basement?
That's where I put them. That's where I wanted to be.
Okay. So I feel like that was like the big divide between my friends in the Midwest, but I feel like 50% of my friends from the Midwest, and what I experienced as well, like when I was in Utah, all my video games were in the basement. So I don't think Utah's Midwest, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, like all the games and everything were put in the basement. Moving all my Dwarven Forge up and down the stairs a million times for all this basement work has not made me as buff as I was hoping. Were you not downing just a lot of protein every day? So I think that's the main thing. I think if you eat like a whole rotisserie chicken and then walk 20 flights of stairs, your legs get jacked like overnight. That's my understanding. It's about how much protein you consume.
Yeah.
And you can quote me on it. I saw a guy on Instagram.
Yeah, I clicked the link in his bio and it told me everything.
Yeah. It's really wild how he's telling me all the things the media is trying to hide about nutrition. I really need to find better skin tones. Just the ones that I have. I feel like it takes several coats to actually get them to apply. They run very thin.
Yeah, I've run
Maybe that's
into
just
that.
the thing with skin tones.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, especially if they have yellow in them. Yellow's pretty
Eating a
thin.
chicken now. Yeah, and then all you gotta do is get the rotisserie chicken that chicken lays every day. And eat that. And you're sold. You're golden. GSW has opaque skin tones.
Oh, Green Stuff World? Aren't they kind of a shady company, though? I heard that they were, like, stealing people's products and printing their brand on it and stuff.
Oh. What? Okay, as a company that happens to on a regular enough basis, we probably shouldn't support that if that is true.
I remember there was like little hobby tools that there's like, I don't know, some lawsuit against them or something. They're like, hey, we invented that.
I don't know. All I see is that there's just a lot of drama in the hobby world. What was that thing that happened around Adepticon? There
I
was
forget.
it's a collab. Was it AK?
Oh,
No,
it was like the paint brand. It was like a paint.
It was a big paint brand.
It was a Big Child, I
like-
think, and AK. They were trying to make a
Yeah.
paint set. And it was
Yeah.
like the terms were like not agreed upon.
They designed the whole thing, and then they cut the smaller company that was helping them out. They just like completely cut them off and gave them none of the rights or like profit from it or anything.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. Warren was telling me about it. He then started telling me like a whole. He just knows like all of the. He knows everything that happens in that space.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was AK. I know AK had that other controversy years ago where they made like that like paint and terrain that terrain set that was in extremely bad taste.
Yeah, I remember that. Was it Spray
I don't remember
Gunner?
if it was-
I think it was Spray Gunner and Big Child.
Might have been Spray Gunner. I honestly don't know enough. You know way more about who these companies are than I do.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm
quite
very
know.
much I'm very much on the outside. I come in and dabble in every now and then. My job doesn't revolve around their stuff nearly as much, and over the last year, I've really fallen off. I'm trying to get back into it now that things have settled down more. It would be interesting to look into like when the last time I actually did these streams was again.
Look at the VODs. Look for your face on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, I don't think it was AK now that I think about it. The paint thing, anyway.
I'm just ready to
There was
throw
something
AK
that did like a
under the bus at the moment.
historical model that was like in really poor taste.
That was AK.
Yeah.
If it's the one I was thinking of, and I think we're trying to avoid saying what it was. What was amazing about that was it was just like, what did you think was going to happen?
Right.
That was my thing. Is I was like, whatever you feel about it, like, whatever your thought is on it, you have to realize this is not going to go over well publicly. Like,
yeah.
wild stuff. Let's see. All right, so what's the conversation topic?
Oh,
Somebody-
Ammo MiG. Yeah, Ammo by MiG. That's right.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Now that you said it, 100%.
Yep.
Happened like right at Adepticon.
I feel like it was like maybe right after because they kind of had some success with the set at Adepticon, right? It was like kind of
Oh,
popping off. And then that's when I heard
Yeah,
after.
it
I
was
oh,
like-
yeah.
it was like right after. That's right. Because I was messaging. It was right after Adepticon because I remembered seeing their names like at Adepticon, and then I saw him like share Big Child's statement about it. So then I asked him, and he just dumped like all of the lore about those companies on me. Okay, so this guy's moving very slowly, but I'm actually happy with how the color applications are coming out. So that's something.
Nice.
Yeah. I wish I could remember when the last time I painted without speed paints was.
What kind are you using right now?
Reaper.
Yeah.
I'm using the set of just all the ton of Reaper paints that I got with like Bones 5.
Nice.
And also that like Reaper starter kit that I got in like 2019 when you were showing us how to paint our first minis and all that.
Yeah. That's a good starter set.
Well, then I got a bunch more Reaper. That's a company I would love to interact with more. It's just hard to find ways to.
Once in a while they raid the stream, which is freaking awesome because they're a big streamer. It's cool that they're watching.
Just admire what they do a lot.
Yeah.
They're just they're a very good example to look up to in the space in a lot of ways.
I've never had a chance to do it, but I think it's such a cool event they do at Adepticon where it's just paint and take. They're like, here's a bunch of our stuff on a table, go nuts.
Yeah. I would love for us to be able to do something like that, but I also know that the overhead for us is very different.
Yeah.
So I understand why we can't get like clearance to do that necessarily. A single rock is also just a harder thing to get people excited about than a,
yeah.
A complete miniature.
Right.
Reaper's been shifting a lot of production to the U.S. over the past few years. Yeah, there's a couple miniature companies that have been doing it. Genesis is doing all the production in the U.S. Except for that, that's the mech game that we saw it at Con last year, and then they ran their game found earlier, and they're delivering really fast, mostly because they got like a head on it. Like they were basically moving towards production before they started the campaign.
Yeah, they have everything really tightened up.
I think you can just really see like the experience that's on that team when you look at the campaign. How ready they were for just every aspect of it. I wish we could do what they were doing and just move it to the States, but it's just not. Just the scale we would need to work at.
Yeah.
It would take years and millions and millions of dollars of investment.
Yeah.
We just can't do that. We don't have that. Sounds like Reaper's given up on COCast and other use of the material has come up in DF circles a few times. They're switching over to 3D prints. That tracks with what I'm hearing from a lot of other people, honestly.
I was, kind of disappointed with COCast in the long run.
A lot of what I've heard from companies I talked to who jumped on initially is, they had a really strong print and the idea is extremely cool in theory, and there are people who have managed to make it work for them well. But they're saying the company just didn't do... It's just not reliable, I guess is the big thing.
Oh, huh.
And if you're trying to do things at any great scale, you really need it to be reliable.
Yeah, like, the COCast products I saw, I guess maybe it had to do with, like, how much they were making, because it was more of like a quality control thing. It was like the detail and material is good, but there's so much like flash and extra like bleed out of the material. It's like it makes it unworkable.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of companies that we just kind of see every now and then, and we'll talk to them while we're at a con and see how they're doing, and that is like the biggest thing is just kind of hearing that everybody who's doing miniatures is basically just moving over to prints. Because a lot of people who went to COCast are really regretting it, and then a couple of people that I know who do like skirmish games and stuff, who make their miniatures in metal, have talked about apparently metal prices are just going way up, and so it's no longer becoming financially feasible for them to to do their miniatures in metal. So a lot of those smaller skirmish game companies are in the process of moving their old models from metal to plastic. So it kind of seems like 3D printing is just where to go with miniature production right now, at least. But we'll see. Technology is always advancing.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll actually have a printer. I don't know. It's not a hobby in itself that I've wanted to, break into.
I've used the work printers for some things before, but it is like, I would really love to just not have to do that part of it whenever possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it when there's just not another way to get the thing. If I'm trying to do something like really specific or custom,
Yeah.
where there just isn't another way to get it. But I don't know. I'm less into it than I would be into like making my own bread.
Sure.
Like I already got to make the sandwich. If I had to like make the bread from scratch every time, and there are people who are really into making bread. Maybe I would be into it. I never tried. I don't know. This analogy doesn't work, but
yeah. I mean, my favorite part is the sandwich. It's like it'd be cool if I knew how to make it from the ground up, but I don't have to.
Yeah. My luck at the Reaper stream draws is almost as bad as my DF luck. It's been something like a year since I've won a gift card with Reaper, despite them doing 20 draws per night.
What
with maybe
the
100
heck?
to 150 viewers. That's wild. In the UK, there's enough of a plastic production industry still. A lot of companies contract through Rendera for hip sprues. I was just saying today how I'd love to have Hexton Hills tiles in resin, but I also really don't want to work with resin. Yeah. Resin is like the really dangerous thing to do in your house, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have like really good ventilation.
Yeah. It can be toxic.
I guess there's a lot of things that are dangerous to do in your house, but I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff you gotta take into consideration. So anytime anybody says like, "Oh, your company's gonna go out of business because everybody's just gonna be printing," I'm like, no. There's gonna be a lot of people who just don't have the capacity or just don't want to print.
Yeah.
It is not easy to just start printing. I feel like those comments always come from people who don't actually print. What have you been up to lately?
Oh man. Just well, I have been doing some practice for NYO, so I've been playing more pickup games. My first couple years in Warhammer, I was playing like multiple games a week. I probably play a little less now, but I've been back at it this past month or two. Still fishing. Doing a lot of fishing out here in the city.
Yeah, that's been really fun to watch you kind of do.
Yeah, I can't believe how great spots there actually are.
There's a lot of water in the city.
Yeah.
It's been fun to just see you, like, when you started fishing, you were basically just fishing in my backyard.
Yeah.
I'd see you post pictures, it's like, whoa, look at this place. I'm like, yeah, I walk by there, like, every day. It's cute. Made me feel like a real New Yorker, like a real old head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been here almost 10 years, and I don't think I'd ever been to Prospect Park until this past year.
You haven't been here 10 years yet?
The very end of this year. It was like 2015, December 28th or something.
Man. I guess, yeah, like, I guess You didn't go to school with me, so I guess I just assume everybody I know here came out here at the same time I did, but that's not true at all.
I was like
Oh, so
right
you and
after
Tyler
Tyler.
actually came out around the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. FDM prints have gotten really far. Yeah, I think. Do we do FDM? What do we
We
do with the
have done
office?
some tests. And they have come really far. I don't think they're gonna be like, and they're good enough to test like preliminary stuff. Like most of they're not gonna be on camera though, basically. But it's nice to get, you know, something in hand to look at.
How do the fish taste fresh from the East River?
Yeah, I don't keep anything out of the East River, that's for sure. Maybe down at Coney, right out of the ocean, I would keep something once in a while, but I mostly catch and release. In Prospect, it's all catch and release.
I don't know if I'd want to eat fish out of Coney.
Yeah, no. I see people
I don't know if I
keeping
wanna
stuff
eat
everywhere,
fish.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I want to eat a fish that's definitely gotten like a nibble of Nathan's. You know. It's bad enough that I've had Nathan's.
you still walk in the park regularly?
I wasn't saying the FDM thing like it's an option over the stuff DF makes. I was saying it when people were talking about resin. Oh yeah, I didn't take it as like I didn't take it as like a replacement for material, but I meant like for our prototypes. Because we we used to like pressure chamber like resin cast all of our prototypes, and we've moved into printing instead for a variety of reasons. I couldn't remember which materials we were using.
Yeah, we've experimented with FDM. It's largely resin.
Yeah, there's even like material aside, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to like the features of our pieces and stuff that we still just can't really do without doing it in the production process that we use. Like, you know, our prototypes are never going to have. It's a process to like get LED prototypes, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean those are like hand rigged after the sculpt is made.
Yeah.
And also too, like a lot of times when we're making prototypes, we're checking on the details. So the FDM can't do like really precise detail as well. So
yeah.
But I know my friend who does a lot of printing back home, you know, he'll do all of his wargaming terrain stuff that he has files of. He will do that over resin just because it's cheaper, and it like if you're just gonna dry brush some rocks, like it looks totally fine.
Yeah, with a lot of wargame terrain, it's all about the function more than anything else, right?
Yeah.
You need it to block line of sight. You need it to generally resemble the thing it's trying to represent. Where the details matter is your army.
Yeah. Well, not my army. I'm avoiding detail and precision.
Your army
at all
is
costs.
ridiculous. Don't even. You can't.
No, I like how it looks, but it's by design. Very few details, like individually, are painted.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
That's why I can paint 4,000 points so fast.
That's because of the wild effect you're doing over it. Like it's about the. I think because these guys are so big and chunky, that's just also kind of. I think they work well for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's you know.
If I tried to do that with Skaven, it would be terrible. Case in point, that basically is what I did with Skaven, and it looks terrible.
What? Nuh-uh.
I got the fur color going over, like, on my rat ogres. Like, there's definitely supposed to be, like, raw skin where where they're, because they got juiced up. There's no fur there anymore. It's just the fur color.
That's fine.
I didn't take the time to make, like, raw skin patches on my rats. I need to go back and do it.
I'm sure no one has noticed.
I also should be making different colors of rats too. I should have some that are gray, some that are white, and all that, but they're all just the same brown.
Well, yeah, because there's like 120 of them.
That's why I'm banned from the New York Open. That's why they won't let me play.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I think they also just wanted other people to have a chance at winning.
Well, they let me play. I don't have any chance.
That's the thing. Yeah, you're not a threat, so they're not worried.
True. I mean, there's literally world champions playing in this tournament, so.
Yeah. The best they got is like world champions, so it's kind of just a beginner's thing. Having me there would just kind of ruin the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. It's just nice of them to give them a shot. What does it say? Didn't pass the 3-color rule with your all brown rats. Yes.
No, you have medals and stuff.
I do have medals.
You have metal skin and cloth?
I think the general color scheme is good, but there are steps that I know I skipped, which is the skin parts on the rats, some weapon and armor details. Mostly just when it comes to like the clan rats. I have 60 of those.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you don't need to do that on those.
I think I should just make this boy a redhead. Oh!
Oh, I think Mama's home.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely not finishing this guy tonight. That's a good start.
See, Chris?
All right, all is calm. Yeah, Chris.
Oh, hey,
is
I
on.
wasn't sure if I was visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I guess she also probably can't hear me, huh?
No, she can't. Just I can. So you can say whatever you want.
I mean, I don't really have.
Talking
It
about
makes
me?
it sound like I would have something I'd try to hide.
Well, that's the point. Is you don't know if we're talking about you.
Invite him to my birthday.
Hello, hi.
She can hear you. He can hear you a little
Oh.
bit. Well, not.
I
Like,
can
not
hear her.
From, maybe not from over there, but
Invite him to my birthday tomorrow.
she said you're invited to her birthday tomorrow.
Yes, I need to look at the details on that.
So he's got to look at the details.
I wasn't sure
It's in your party
how much of a
folder.
girls thing it was, so since Avery's gone, I wasn't
How
sure.
much of a girls thing? No, there's like 30 people going or something.
Okay, I really got to look at the details.
Tyler's going.
Tyler's going. Isn't Marvin going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go.
Miles and Ahmed.
Marvin's going?
Marvin, Miles, Ame, Tyler,
Oh, this is
Barrett.
a thing. Okay.
Barrett. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be there. I gotta check, but I don't think I got anything going on.
All right, cool.
No,
Gonna be
you-
cupcakes.
Yeah.
What?
I told him there's gonna be cupcakes.
You gotta tell him what I said though.
What?
It's in your party folder, babe.
Yeah, he knows it's in the party pool.
No, you gotta say it the
Ah.
Let's see. I still have this metallic, this metallic silver. You gave
Oh
me, and
yeah.
it's still like my favorite. It's still my favorite, like metallic.
Oh yeah, that's my absolute favorite. In fact, I'll just use it on everything, and if I want it to be a non-silver metal, I'll just like do an ink over it or something.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
I have never thought of doing something like that on my own.
It's just like you can take any like speed paint or contrast paint or whatever and make it brown, and it will still look kind of shiny or gold or something.
It's funny. I have like my home projects, which are all Reaper paints, and then my office projects, which are all speed paints. It's wildly different styles. Just the coverage that you get on this, it's so good.
Yeah. It's just nice that it's thin, but you know, it has enough like pigment in it, because if you thin down a usual like a regular metal paint, it will just break apart. But they get really thick and goopy, so this is nice and thin and covers well. And it goes through the airbrush well too, if you really want to do that.
Man, there's no way I could get my airbrush set up here with the cats. It'd be such a hazard.
Yeah, I
Qatar's
definitely couldn't do that.
Qatar's already almost caused a crisis with just me having a palette out. She knocked this dude off of the paint handle. Like,
oh my god.
She is a phenomenal cat and extremely agile, so it's just really hard to keep her away from things I need her to not touch. Have you seen One Battle After Another?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Did you watch it?
No. But I'm hearing everybody talk about it, and I'm like, oh, I really need to look at this thing, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at.
Some of the most universal praise I've seen for a movie in a while.
Yeah.
Outside of like Sinners, I guess. Sinners also, I heard from everybody, it was just like phenomenal. And I believe it. I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about, man. None of us are out having experiences.
Yeah, you're right. We gotta touch grass. Or at least a bigger screen.
Yeah. Gotta go touch the silver screen. I don't know. What's happened since I was last...
What has happened? I mean, history.
Yeah. True. Rome has fallen.
Yeah.
Started watching Fourth Campaign and Critical Role, the first episode, just out of curiosity. You were touching grass a lot this week? What did you do? Is there a lot of grass in your basement? For the record, that was it's the guy who said he was working on his basement. That wasn't me saying
right
to a random person that they just hang out in their basement all day.
Right.
For the record. I realize how that could sound.
Has Avery been playing with you on the Blueprint streams?
Yes, yeah, we played through it together. Although now that we've kind of like beaten the main game, it's gonna be. It might be a thing that I pursue like 100%ing it myself,
Sure.
and she'll pop in as she feels like.
Nice.
Because this is a game that I've seen people put like 100 hours into, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make her sit through all that.
Oh, have you played Silk Song at all?
No, I need to play the first Hollow Knight,
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
which I've had installed for like 5 years. I'll get around to it, but I'm back into playing games mode again, so that's nice. This year has been really good for me finishing games I've had in my backlog. Mostly indie games, but I think when I actually look back at it, I did Tales of Iron, I did
Oh yeah, that one
Starstruck.
was good. I finished that.
Yeah? You did the whole thing?
Yeah, not the second one, but the first one.
I still need to
I
do the
love
first
that.
one. Or the second one.
Yeah.
I still need to beat the first one. I got the second one, but I was like, I'm gonna take a short break before I do another one of these. And then I just haven't done it yet. Tales of Iron, I did Starstruck, Hands of Time, I did Small Saga, I did other things that are hard to remember off the top of my head.
Oh, I finally played Sekiro.
I need to finish Dark Souls 2 so that I can move on to the rest. Tales of Iron looks good. If you like more deliberate, slower, kind of clunky combat, but like clunky in the way that Dark Souls is also like intentionally clunky,
Yeah.
where you hit the attack button, it's like, cool, you've committed for the next second and a half.
Right.
If you like that kind of pacing to combat, it's pretty good. I don't think the writing is anything special, but I think for like a 15 to 20 hour Souls-like game, it's pretty good.
And the art style is kind of fun.
Yeah. Kind of gross.
I definitely, I definitely thought it was worth playing.
It's very gross at times. What was that?
I thought it was worth playing for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite games, but it was good. Let's see if I can get this kid wild orange hair. Playing a lot of Hades 2. So the first Hades is also a game I need to play. And I'm like, maybe I should actually finally play it.
Yeah, that game stole my life for a while. I played early access of Hades 2, but I haven't gotten back to it yet.
I'm trying not to play early access of games that games that I'll probably want to play in their entirety if they're like story based. Nine Kings, since it's not like a story game, I felt a bit better on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lose anything when that starts. But I think that was kind of why I had a hard time getting started on Baldur's Gate 3, was I did the early access stuff so much that then, like, going back and starting over was a little unappealing.
Yeah.
Once it actually came out. Early access is tricky. But I have finally, with Hades, I said I wanted to play all the Supergiant games in order because I liked Bastion. And I did that. Last year I played, I had done Transistor years ago, and then last year I played Pyre. I think Pyre is my favorite so far. And so now, like, Hades is the next one, so I wanna play Hades now, and then do Hades 2. But there's just so many things to play.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
these
man.
oranges need a white base. What's up?
I'm just thinking about everything I need to play. Like, I bought Expedition 33 that I have to finish.
Same.
So,
God, I've got that. I bought that, and that's been installed for a long time as well. The thing is, I don't think the Steam Deck battery is gonna last very long trying to run Expedition 33. So I haven't
yeah.
been like that's something I want to actually play on the computer.
Right. Yeah, I haven't even tried that on the Steam Deck. I don't know.
Pyre is so good, dude.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. I haven't played Transistor or Pyre.
Transistor, I thought was just okay, but Pyre, oh my god. Pyre's incredible.
Is that the one where you're like
3-on-3.
prisoners doing a sports game thing to escape?
Yeah, you're playing like 3-on-3 wizard basketball, basically.
Nice.
But the writing is just phenomenal.
Huh.
Which is where I felt Transistor was lacking. I thought Transistor's writing was very cliche and trite compared to what that studio can do. And then Pyre, like, man. Been so bad playing the games my friends are in. Your friends are in? Wait, you have friends in those games? What do you know that are in those games? What are you about to name drop on us? Which games? What are you talking about? I'm assuming they gotta be overseas, so probably some fantasy games. Unless you can't say. Unless part of being their friend is an NDA. You what?
Whoa, nice.
What do you mean is one of your streamers?
You mod for her?
Do you run a content house? Oh wait, yeah. Okay, probably one of the people you mod for, right? Like, have you been running an empire of?
Surprise!
Gotta look up the thing else real quick. Does this guy have? How do people do? Eric the Squire. How do they pay him? How much of this is a headband? Okay, a good amount is a headband, actually. Wow, this guy's really good. Now I feel bad about my work. You ever see something so realistic? Just makes you want to put down the brush forever.
Should be inspiring.
I can't do that.
You can try.
No. What am I gonna do for his headband? It's really the dry brush that sells it, like always, right? Like,
Picking out the details.
yeah. That's wild. Oh, so you know everybody basically. Okay, well, it's nice to see that we're doing very similar things with the shield. They're just doing it a lot better. But at least my intentions are aligned with theirs.
There you go. See, you're on the right track.
I'm on the right track, and then I veered into the wall. Let's give him a copper circlet. Being friends with Felicia's allowed me to. Yeah, I guess true. Like Felicia would have access to just a lot of people in the industry. Woof. Okay. Let's not cause a huge paint spill. Oh man. Oh, these metallics have not held up well. This guy might not be usable. Are you usable? See, Good Time Society's doing a Kickstarter for an Ivan Van Norman-led Dread show. I did see some posts about that on Instagram. I haven't looked into it a ton, but I saw that that's happening. Are you just in the same state? Are all these metallics just washed? That's what happens when it sits for ages, though, I guess. Maybe I can salvage you. It's not going great.
Which metallic?
Oh, the Reaper metallics. Using baby's first paints.
We aren't allowed to play Dread anymore? Oh, I played that once, and we definitely did like multiple laps around the group doing what I thought were for sure impossible pulls. So when the stakes are high, man, you'd be surprised what could happen.
Dread is fantastic. Dread and 10 Candles are
I heard about
phenomenal Halloween experiences. I always want to play at least one of them around this time of year. Okay.
Do you have a group?
That worked. That salvaged it. What's up?
Do you have a group? I want to play it.
Yeah. Last year, we went and played 10 Candles with some of Avery's friends, and it was just phenomenal. It's the thing where everybody just like really committed to telling that kind of story.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just really nice to see everybody invest in it. It's like really helped sell the horror and also the heartbreak and the hope and just all the good stuff. Just ended up being a really compelling improvised story at the end of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I highly recommend 10 Candles to anybody who is not familiar with it. And to everybody who is familiar with it, honestly. Go look at it again. Remind yourself of how solid that concept is. That's really cool. Yeah, the Reaper Metallics are making me feel like I could really use a centrifuge. If But I'm not gonna get a centrifuge, you know. I'm not gonna commit that hard. These don't come out often enough.
Yeah, I have one of those vortex things, but I feel like I still end up just shaking it with my hand anyway. Like, doesn't quite get that. When it's really gunked up, it can't be just the vortex.
It's just so much easier and more accessible and immediate, and it's really satisfying to shake it too. And I think that's honestly the biggest part of it. It just feels good. This is one of those sculpts where it's got a lot of details that are like I have two parts that are right next to each other, so trying to get the brush in to get one color on one side of that gap and another color on the other is a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes there's certain parts of the sculpt that I'm like, I feel like you maybe forgot this was supposed to be painted.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool sculpt, and clearly people have figured out how to paint it well. Because I'm looking at a ton of pictures, miles better than anything I'll ever do in my life. So clearly it works. But like, how? How did they do this?
You got an interactive chatbot for 10 candles? Sounds cool. All right, well, I have to wrap it up pretty soon. Do you think there's going to be on the Anvil next week?
Isn't it Nate's feeling mostly?
Yeah.
If he still just has this like super bug taking him and his family out, like I don't know. That's been the issue the last 2 weeks. He's just been sick.
He's been sick for 2 weeks?
Well, like 8 days currently, right?
Okay,
'Cause it's Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you're right, yeah.
Yeah, we were fully planning to do it last week, and then he was feeling bad, and he thought he was getting better, but then it came back with a vengeance a couple days ago, apparently. So, I don't know.
Yeah, when I last saw him, he was hurt.
Not having a good time.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
All right, well,
This
hey,
is-
y'all. Thanks for joining me. What were you saying, Chris?
this is-
Oh, nice.
Can't
What's his
really
name again?
make out
What's it called?
much at all. This is Eric the Squire.
Nice.
This is a terrible way to try and show him off.
Eric.
But yeah, I've got parts of him pretty done, but I have not touched his torso, like at all.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, Finley, thanks for hanging. Thanks for chatting. Chris, this was a lot of fun having you here. Finally, I'm happy to have a partner to gab with.
I'm coming back to life.
All right.
Starting to do things again this year, so maybe I'll do more of these. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I will also be here. Hopefully, Nate's back next Wednesday. Next Thursday, I should be around, so we will do the stream, and maybe Chris.
Maybe.
All right. Good night, everybody.